What is up, YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. Today is the last day with the North American International Championship winning team with Drifblim, Tapalele, Metagross, Amoonguss, Landers Varian, and Rotom Heat, a team created by Ashton Cox and Jeremy Rodriguez, or however you want to pronounce it, because I can't remember. Yeah, I know I had a conversation with him about how to say his last name, but I forgot it. So let's just get right into it. It's the last episode. Hopefully we get to finish off this team with a good note, because this team for the most part did pretty well. I think there are only a few losses, and those were really on my bad. So yeah, let's just get started and play some games with this team. Overall, it's really fun just using Drifblim Tapalele again. I really do love the combination. I used it a lot back in 2017. It was just really fun. It was really fun. I remember like the first days of using Drifblim. I used Drifblim Tapu Fini, and I had Swagger Drifblim next to Garchomp. I was only using it as a team that I thought, oh, this is a cool idea. I'll bring it to local, which was Aeon Gaming. I ended up winning that, and that was actually I think there were 1,000 people watching that stream as well, which was crazy. But it was just really fun to use Drifblim, use Swagger, and then Shoma ended up winning, like, I think the Nog Invitational with Drifblim Lele, which I thought was really cool, seeing Drifblim plus Tapu Lele with the Will-O-Wisp. It really helped support, like, a lot of the weaknesses Tapu Lele had, which was, really cool to see. As we find our first opponent with the team of Pheromosa, Nihilego, Salamence, Gastrodon, Serena, and Incineroar. So, what is this going to be matchup-wise? Drifblim Tapalele, I think I go Landorus here, and I don't think I bring Rotom Heat. I think I bring Metagross. I don't think I bring Amoonguss, although Amoonguss could be decent, because redirection would be nice, although it doesn't really do much otherwise. We'll go Drifblim Tapalele, have the Metagross and Amoonguss in the back. Nihilego is going to be a Pokemon. Oh, it could be Trick Room, I guess, because Nihilego, Incineroar, Gastrodon tend to be, Pokemon that carry Trick Room. I mean, could be it. They're Pokemon that are like a Trick Room core, like that were popular. Like Mega Metagross was pretty common with those Pokemon. So I'm not sure if it would be Trick Room though. That's the thing. I could also see like Focus Sash, it being Scarf on this team. So this is actually going to be really tough, because if it is Trick Room, Gastrodon actually sweeps my entire team. So I think I have to double up the Nihilego turn 1. If Nihilego does lead, no matter what, I think I do have to double up Nihilego. Or I would have to taunt it at least. But I'm leaning towards just doubling it up, as we're going to lead Drifblim Tapalele. I'm thinking Incineroar and Nihilego leads here for my opponent. Yeah, I called it. Okay. This is screaming Trick Room right now. My opponent might think I go for Tailwind Protect. Oh, it's Air Balloon. What the heck? Okay, I'm really confused, but you know what? I will Psychic the Nihilego, and I will Tailwind. The reason for this play is I can easily, I don't think there's a drawback here. Why is it Air Balloon? Don't ask me why. I have no idea. I will Tailwind here and Psychic, because if Nihilego picks up the knockout, I get a free switch in the Landers, which isn't too bad. And if it attempts a Trick Room, I just knock it out. So let's see how this is going to go. Why is it Air Balloon out of all items? But yeah, I don't want Trick Room going up. I'll go for the offensive momentum no matter what, as Nihilego's actually going to protect, which is fine for me. Yeah, that's fine for me. Because we get Tailwind up, we attempt to go for Psychic. The Air Balloon just made, like, if there wasn't an Air Balloon, I would just Shadow Ball Psychic, because I would be worried about Focus Sash. We're going to see the Flare Blitz come out. I don't think that's going to knock out Lele. Even if it does, I'm still not in a terrible position. It knocks me out with a little bit of an insult to injury. The Flare Blitz burn does kind of suck, but at least I get a free switch in the Landers. I guess that's not too bad. I can go for the Earthquake and Shadow Ball into Nihilego, which is fine, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's not too bad of a situation, but yeah, because I wouldn't have to because I would knock myself out later due to the life orb. Then Drifblim would be taking an attack. I guess this works out okay. I guess it's not exactly the best situation for me, but it's definitely not the worst situation. I'm basically guaranteeing Earthquake against something. Salamence is definitely coming out here for something, but I can burn it the following turn, which is fine. Salamence is going to reveal itself. And again, I will go for a Will-O-Wisp into Salamence because getting a Will-O-Wisp against that Pokemon is really nice. Incineroar reveals Protect. Oh, and I get a free Shadow Ball off, which is also pretty good. So, Shadow Ball going to come out into the Salamence. That's Spadef. Like, that took it really, really well. So, that has a lot of special defense investment. I'll go for a Will-O-Wisp. Might as well just Swords Dance. I could definitely see... Or do I go for Rock Slide? I kind of like Swords Dance here, realistically. I think Swords Dance is a good move here because I can Rock Slide later. Yeah, because Rock Slide's going to threaten a lot of damage. Incineroar probably going to switch out here. I could see Nihilego coming in even. We're going to see the Incineroar switch out. Nihilego does come out, which I'm okay with. Because getting a burn into the Salamence as well as getting a Swords Dance up is definitely beneficial to my team. Overall, like, if I can weaken the Incineroar by a bit, I think Metagross can win, but it just comes down to the last Pokemon. Can we hit this? Nice, we do connect the Will-O-Wisp, at least on the Salamence. That's really good for me, because getting this burn on Salamence is extremely nice if it's a physical variant, and usually the special defensive variants do tend to run physical, because if you invest in much special defense, and you're a special attacking one, you don't actually, like, pick up knockouts onto like Ludicolo, which definitely stink. So yeah, and especially since you're designed to survive the designed to survive the Ice Beam from Ludicolo. So you can go for the Dragon Dance all you want. Not really worried about the Nihilego at this point. I think I just Shadow Ball Rock Slide. Nihilego going to protect. Salamence doesn't look like a protected, so I probably actually get the KO here with a Shadow Ball and Rock Slide. So, here comes the Shadow Ball. And this is +1 Rock Slide. We get special defense drop, but I don't think it matters. A Rock Slide going to come out. Does connect with the Salamence. We should be able to pick up a knockout then. Yeah, nice. Okay, sweet. Because my opponent was definitely afraid of Shadow Ball into Earthquake onto the Nihilego. So, that works out beautifully. Tailwind's going to peter out, but I can just go out. I just Tailwind again. If it's Air Balloon Nihilego, we revealed Protect. It definitely has Sludge Bomb and Power Gem. Pheromosa is actually going to come out. A little bit scary. That Pokemon's definitely scary. We'll go for Tailwind here. If you have Trick Room, that's problematic. That's problematic, but we'll find out if you do. Here's the thing. If you're Air Balloon, I'm not seeing Trick Room. I'm seeing HP Ice. I don't know if this would carry Trick Room. We'll find out, I guess. I could have also just went for a Shadow Ball into Pheromosa because it'd be a 2 KO. Actually, I think it is Trick Room. Ice Beam going to come out in a Landers and Power Gem or Trick Room. It does carry Trick Room. A little bit unfortunate. Not the worst case. I save Landers 100% because Landers can win. No Shadow Ball Nihilego. No, not. This sucks for me. I'm gonna go Metagross here. I should have just went for Shadow Ball, so I can 2-hit KO to Pheromosa. Because if I 2-hit KO to Pheromosa, my opponent really can't touch Landers. Yeah, that was a poor play on my part. I shouldn't have been worried about HPS. HPS for Nihilego, I don't even think knocks out Landers. Or at least not 100% of the time. I'm gonna go Metagross here to take the Ice Beam. I will find out what kind of Pheromosa it is. Power Gem's going to come out, probably targeting on my Drifblim. Yep. That doesn't really do too much. Ice Beam's going to come out. Doubling up the Drifblim, but shouldn't knock out. That was actually a really risky play. I survived too, which is nice. Shadow Ball going to fire off into the Pheromosa. Big damage. Metagross, I think, is going to be faster than the Pheromosa. Actually, am I? No, I'm actually not. Oh, that's cool, actually. Because most Pheromosas run max speed? Huh. I'm going to attempt to Rain Dance here. And Stomping Tantrum should knock out the Pheromosa. I'm hoping this works because under Tailwind, it looks like my Metagross should still be slower. Pheromosa protects, which is fine too. I'd get a free switch in, I guess. I guess I could have Iron Headed realistically to Nihilego. Because Nihilego just got a Beast Boost. Not the end of the world, though. Definitely not the end of the world. I guess that makes sense. Speed rises. Ooh, that makes it interesting, actually. I go Landers here. And... think I Swords Dance. I could Rock Slide to Nihilego. I'm trying to think of what gives me the better odds. Rock Slide... actually, Rock Slide's fine, yeah. And Stomping Tantrum, the Pheromosa. Although Pheromosa might switch out into the... No, we're not going to see a switch out. Oh my god, you're modest Pheromosa. Oh. Okay, if I flinch Nihilego, it's actually still not a bad situation, but still. I need a flinch on Nihilego, though. I 100% need to flinch. Because Pheromosa is gonna knock me out, yeah. Because modest, all-out pummeling. Oh, I need a flinch here really badly. And even then, I don't know if I can win. The Incineroar I don't think took that much chip. So we go for the Rock Slide. We're gonna get the flinch on Nihilego. We get the knockout, but... that one is interesting. Tailwind peters out from my... oh, wait. No, that doesn't change anything. I knew... my Metagross is going to be slower in Trick Room than a timid Pheromosa. And I think we saw the special attack increase before it fainted. Yeah, Incineroar is going to come out. Let me just check. Metagross. Yeah, Metagross is 109. I know from a heart that Pheromosa hits either 222 or 223 if it's max speed. So, yeah, my... man. Modest screwed me over. I'm not... I never risk Fake Out in the Power Gem here. If you go for it. You could go for Trick Room, because I think that would actually screw you over, actually. I need a crit on Incineroar, I think. Because Fake Out Power Gem's coming out here. You got a speed boost. If you go for Flare Blitz, that's a choke. Are you going to go for knockoff in a Flare Blitz? You have to go for knock in a Flare Blitz. If you go for Flare Blitz, the recoil might actually put you in Earthquake range. We'll find out. You better go for knock. You really should go for knock. If you actually choke this, like... oh my god, my opponent's giving me an opportunity. Because this is going to do a lot because it's not intimidated. Oh man, I don't know if Earthquake picks the knockout. It's Adamant Earthquake! Landorus, it's Adamant Earthquake! My opponent choked. 100%. I don't know what my opponent was going for. I can get the Trick Room place. I can get behind the Trick Room place, right? Because knockoff into Flare Blitz would knock out a non-bulky Landers. 100%. I think it would even knock out a semi-bulky Landers. But I don't get those plays. The reason why I was fearing Fake Out Power Gem, I don't get that point of resetting the Trick Room there, because Nihilego got a speed boost. So the fact is, you weren't going to get a Power Gem off into my Landers. Like, I really don't understand. Like, I could understand if you go for the Trick Room there. Like, resetting the Trick Room is okay, because if you go for a knockoff in the Flare Blitz, yeah, you probably win the game anyway. But if you go for the Flare Blitz right there, that's just a choke, because my Landers is at -1. Earthquake's not going to knock out the Incineroar at like 90%. You knock off in a Flare Blitz, get the KO'd, and going for the Flare Blitz made enough recoil for me to KO the Incineroar. So I really don't get that. I mean, I think I did play poorly in the middle of the game with the Shadow Ball and Pheromosa. That was definitely a game I don't think I should have won. But why? I just... it just always hurts me to see that. Like, my opponent... unless you don't have knockoff. But even if we don't have knockoff, I don't think Flare Blitz is a play. Oh wait, we saw Fake Out Protect. Did we see anything else? Don't tell me it was a knockoffless Incineroar. Don't tell me it was like Fake Out Protect U-turn Flare Blitz. Because I don't agree with those sets in the first place if people don't know me. I think at least have a Dark type move on Incineroar unless you're running Double Dark. My opponent wasn't running Double Dark. But if that's the case, if you don't have a Dark type move, your only a powerhouse move that can hit Landers is Flare Blitz. Go for the Power Gem and the Flare Blitz instead. Did you... Unless my opponent thought it was Scarf Landers and the NAIC just doesn't outspeed. I don't know. I don't really get that. Because I'm assuming if you're Speed Boost, you have good amount of speed investment, you outspeed a Scarf Landers. Unless you think I'm jolly and you're like... I don't know if that NAIC can be like modest. I don't know, like it would be really complicated to explain like what kind of NAIC EV spread I'm thinking of. But yeah, I just don't see why not Power Gem there. Power Gem and the Flare Blitz. Because you wouldn't take the recoil from Flare Blitz. You would survive the Earthquake. Flare Blitz goes off. I just don't see why not. But our second opponent, bring the team. Ooh, Clefairy. I like it. If people don't know, Clefairy is one of my favorite competitive Pokemon of all time. I love Clefairy, and I love Salamence Clefairy. I used it a lot back in 2015. It was just really fun. We're going to see Salamence, Tapu Bulu, Incineroar, Clefairy, Kartana, and Raikou. So, interesting Pokemon. Raikou especially. And Double Grass, which is really interesting as well. Overall, I think I could bring 5 Pokemon in this matchup. I like the Rotom Heat quite decently here. I like Landers a lot because of the fact it threatens the Raikou as well as the Incineroar. The only problem is Grassy Terrain's going to hurt the usage. Maybe I don't bring my Drifblim because I actually might not need Drifblim in this matchup, although Drifblim's nice for the Will-O-Wisp as well as the speed control. I think I'm going to go Drifblim, Tapu Lele with Metagross and Landers in the back, I think. Yeah, I think it's fine. I don't know what my opponent's going to lead here. Kartana... Clefairy? I don't know. Kartana Clefairy, I guess, could be interesting. I think Drifblim Tapu Lele is just a good lead overall because of the fact that I put on Willis pressure, so you're forced to follow me. I can bring in Metagross pretty safely, and Metagross has a fun time against my opponent's team. So I'll bring out Drifblim plus Tapu Lele here. We'll see what my opponent decides to bring out. It's going to be the Salamence Clefairy lead. So I could have led Metagross. I think Metagross would have been fine lead. Like Metagross Salamence, for instance. I was thinking about leading that too. I guess it's fine here. We're probably going to see my opponent go for the Dragon Dance here. I wonder if the Clefairy can live Shadow Ball. Here's the thing. Do you follow me or and Dragon Dance, or do you go straight for the Double Edge? That I don't know. Because I could Tailwind Taunt if I predict that. I kind of actually want to go for the Taunt. It's a little bit aggressive and it's really unnecessary, but I would like to get the Taunt off because if you get Dragon Dance off, it could be a pain. And Clefairy can protect, get the Friend Guard. You know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to go for it. because I think it'd be fine. We're going to see Salamence not Mega Evolve, which is really interesting. I'm guessing that means Dragon Dance. No, Tailwind on my opponent's side. Okay. And I get a Taunt into the Clefairy. What's it going for? Icy Wind? Okay. I'm glad I went for the Taunt turn one. I'm going to Moonblast. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp the Salamence. And since it's not Dragon Dance, I'm not really too afraid of it now. Do I Moonblast the Clefairy slot? I think I could do multiple things. I think I'm just going to Will-O-Wisp the Salamence slot. I'm not really worried about the Salamence if it doesn't have Dragon Dance, because it's going to be wear down eventually, and soon my Metagross will be able to beat it. I think I'm just going to get damage on, I think, the Incineroar that's coming in for the Clefairy slot. Or stays in. Okay. Let's see what's going to go on, because this game is already a bit weird. I don't know if this Clefairy actually has an attacking move. Maybe it has Moonblast or Icy Wind. I would assume Icy Wind. Like, Icy Wind, follow me. Minimize, protect. Double Edge is going to come out into Lele, but with the Will-O-Wisp, yeah, that actually really did nothing. Moonblast is going to come out into Lele. From Lele into Clefairy, which is going to do about half. A bit more than half, which is nice. Stays in the struggle. Alright, I'm actually really interested in how my opponent's been playing, because I think Clefairy is worth saving. Because redirection would be nice later in the game, and the friend guard's always useful, but now I can just Shadow Ball the Clefairy. Go out into Metagross, I think. My opponent really can't punish this. Salamence is going to be eaten up by the Will-O-Wisp, and even if it has Roost, I'm not really too worried about it, because a Tailwind, Roost, Double Edge, Protect is not really a set I'm really scared of. We're going to see the Clefairy switch out. Finally, Incineroar comes out here, so making some sense. You know, it is making some sense. Shadow Ball into the Incineroar here. Should do a decent amount. That's Assault Vest, I think. We got a Special Defense drop, which helps, but, like, not much. Hyper Voice. Oh, it's a mix set. That actually did a decent amount. Like, this has been really weird. It's been really weird. I think I should be able to live Flare Blitz. I think I'm just going to attempt to Zen Headbutt the Salamence and Rain Dance. Yeah, because then my opponent won't have many things that are faster than my team, and I can set up. We're going to see Incineroar actually retreat here. Clefairy coming back in? Yeah, Clefairy is actually coming back in. Okay. I don't really mind that too much. Clefairy's not really that much of a threat. I can Stomping Tantrum with the Clefairy slot the following turn. A Zen Headbutt's going to do a lot to the Metagross. I didn't expect to switch, but I get a free Rain Dance off, and my opponent doesn't really benefit too much from the Rain Dance, while I do, since I take less damage from Flare Blitz. I didn't bring Rotom in this game. No, I brought Landorus, yeah, so there's not really any benefit from my opponent. Benefit from me. Fire Blast. It doesn't have Protect. It doesn't even have Protect. Oh my lord. Well, I'm gonna Tailwind here. Well, I mean, the Fire Blast wouldn't have done too much damage because of the rain, but oh my god. I'm just gonna Stomping Tantrum the Clef and Tailwind. Because, yeah, we're gonna see it follow me. You either Tailwind here to match mine, or you're gonna lose the Speed War, so either way, I'm fine. Gonna be able to get the Tailwind off. Tailwind's going to come out from my opponent, which makes sense. So we're going to have even speeds again. But yeah, my opponent doesn't really have too much momentum. You got some chip damage onto, I guess, 3 of my Pokemon, but they're not like super heavily weakened. And your Clefairy went down. Your Salamence is in range of another burn turn, and you're at the mercy of my Shadow Ball even. If you send out Incineroar, I'm just hard switching the Landers. I don't see a reason not to make that play. Bulu comes in, I Will-O-Wisp it. Kartana, I Will-O-Wisp it. If it's Raikou, my Landorus is looking really good in this matchup still. Regardless. I wonder what the Z-move on this team is. We haven't seen... Because Incineroar, I mean, we do see some Z-move Incineroar, but we don't really see that too often. We're going to see Incineroar come in. I'm just Shadow Balling and switching on the Landorus. Or do I just Protect here? Realistically, I don't need to. You know what? I'll just Protect. The reason I'm protecting my Metagross here is because of the fact that I don't want Landers to take too much damage, and the fact that I can intimidate whatever in the back is really nice too. So I think that is worth it. As I'll Shadow Ball the Salamence slot. Salamence goes down, and we're gonna see knockoff or Flare Blitz. Darkest Lariat. That's gonna KO, isn't it? Yeah, KOs. Okay. I think that might still KO with the Intimidate, but I'm not 100% positive on that. I'll go my Landorus right here. Raikou makes this an interesting game, but it's Kartana instead. Okay, I should be good. So bring out my Landorus. I'm guessing it is Z-move on the Incineroar then. I wonder what's the best way to win this game, because yes, Kartana is one of those Pokemon that could still sweep me. I can't let it get free momentum. I'm thinking of Tectonic Raging the Kartana and Stomping Tantrum that slot as well. And I think that might be worth it, because I don't know if Kartana protects here. It could. I could definitely see it. Darkest Lariat won't hurt my Metagross too much. And I'm pretty sure if it's Darkest Lariat, it has to be Z-move. We're going to see knockoff, so it's probably like an Assault Vest. Oh, it targets my Lander slot. Interesting. Stomping Tantrum in the Cortana doesn't do anything. It's probably a bulky Cortana. We will be able to get a Z-move off. The Z-move should be able to knock out with that little bit of chip from the Stomping Tantrum. And even if a Z-move goes out on Landis, one, I don't even know if it picks up the knockout, realistically. Two, Incineroar can't be... If it's Z-move, it means it doesn't have a barrier, so Life Orb, Moonblast, and Stomping Tantrum will still be able to knock out the Incineroar, and there's no way Incineroar can outspeed me. So I'm still fine with my position regardless. Cortana goes down there, and we're going to see just another Darkest Lariat into Metagross, it looks like. This only ignores defense boost, I believe. It doesn't ignore, like, Intimidate and stuff. Yeah, it just doesn't do much damage. And, you know, there's no way my opponent can really win the game at this point. There's a bunch of ways I can win the game. I'm just going to Earthquake Protect. There's really no difference. Yeah, like Incineroar cannot come back from 3v1. It gets outsped by everything. 2 attacks are only necessary to knock out the Incineroar. I'd be able to win regardless. So good game to my opponent. I don't know what just happened there. Like, I knew my opponent probably went Double Edged Lele turn 1 because I could easily just switch out Lele into like Metagross or Lander. So that's the reason why I went for like the taunt immediately. I thought it was going to be Dragon Dance coming out, but the Tailwind caught me a little bit off guard. The Minimized Clefairy already caught me off guard. Then the Clefairy stays in to struggle, which, you know, I guess you don't take any damage with like an important Pokemon with Incineroar or the Cortana, which I can kind of respect. But, like, it just did nothing for my opponent's board position because I was just able to Will-O-Wisp the Salamence. My opponent was still in that board position the second turn. I could have easily just Moonblasted again. Then again, I was in range of another Double Edge, so I guess that wouldn't have helped too much. But, like, overall, it was just a weird couple of turns. I felt like that's not how the match I planned was to go. Then we revealed the Salamence doesn't have Protect. That's Fire Blast, Hyper Voice, Double Edge, Tailwind, which is not a Salamence we see at all, really. Like, Mixed Salamence is nothing new. Special Salamence is nothing new. Salamence with 3 of those moves and Tailwind and no Protect is not one I've really seen at all. I can't really say I've seen that at all. So, overall, just able to deal with that lead, I guess. I was just able to weaken everything on my opponent's team. The Darkest Lariat was also a little bit eye-catching because if it was knockoff, I'm pretty sure it doesn't knock out the Drifblim, but Darkest Lariat actually was able to knock out. And then, yeah, basically from there, it was just Landis was able to clean up in the end game like I thought it would be able to. But hope that you enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Back Battles. If you did like it, please leave a like down below, show some support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below, such as my social medias. If you want to follow me on Twitch for more Pokemon streams and live content and have more fun, you can go check out my Twitch channel, as well as you can check out Jeremy and Ashton. I'll link their social medias down below, as well as you can check out their team by the QR code, the Pokepaste, and their video report on the team if you are interested. Feel free to leave a comment down below as I do read them, and make sure you don't miss out on any videos by subscribing to the channel. Otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much, I think, all I have to say. Have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.